a lot of people already here, and I think it's going to be a really, really good space. Vengie, thank you so much for joining us and bringing your community with, and thank you so much to our community for also joining in. It's going to be so cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're always ready to change Africa.
Yeah, let's hear it. On the notes of changing Africa, I believe that one thing that everyone in Africa needs is an opportunity to better themselves and to also, you know, get on the same playing field. Everyone doesn't start where everyone should start, but we can definitely make our best efforts in life to get where we want to be. And with that in mind, we do have a very nice announcement to make. So, for the past few months, since we've been together with the BFT community and we've been chatting, we've been seeing how things are going, we've realized that we need more payment options when it comes to getting technology that changes people's lives into their hands. Because at the moment, not everyone can just put down a bunch of cash, even though it's subsidized by BFT, to get technology that can literally change their lives, but they need something a bit more. So I think, I don't know, Vengie, you probably don't even know what we're going to announce here, but it's pretty cool. So Chris or Brian, would you mind just letting Vengie and the BFT community know, and also, of course, the rest of our community in Africa, what is this new technology that we've just released?
Yeah, I'll jump in first, just to hop in here. But first of all, Paul, I really want to just spend a moment and just reach out. You know, to it's great to hear Vengie's voice and your voice and Chris's voice and the entire community. I just want to tell everybody we thank you guys so much for all that you do. We have a local group for the BioFi channel. We call it the Mega Influencers, and these are just some awesome people, some of the very best people that you would ever want on your team. They're so supportive and helpful, and as you can imagine, anything that starts to to build like this, it would take quite an army to you know to 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 handle all the touch points and to manage the communication and do the outreach, and where we have people like Crazy Susie and Nick and Kismet, Viv Dagenslayer, Dagonaut. We have such great people that really do such a fantastic job, and I really want to just tell them thank you guys so much, and to the wider community. And since we've met Vengie and we started to interface with the Big Five token community, it's been nothing short of awesome. We really, really appreciate everything you guys do. And Vengie, you do such an amazing job. It's honestly impressive how well you keep things moving, and your communication style and everything that you do is just fantastic. So what Paul is talking about here is we are going to discuss today a new payment option. This is a brand new way to pay for the Phēnix X. Previously to today, you would go in and literally, pick your credit card, your debit card, Happy Pay, MobiCred, all these, Pay Fast, all these different options. You could choose the way you want to go, and wonderfully, we can take 10% of the Big Five token, right, or 10% of BioFi. And so we had a lot of people come in and take the 10% of the Big Five token. That was so awesome. And then we realized that the way that people get paid, the way that the payments come in for jobs that you work, is that there would be like a mid-month pay or an end-of-month pay, and those happen on a regular basis. So maybe all that money together in one place may not happen, every month. It may take a certain month of the year for that to happen. So today, we are introducing this incredible pay over time option. And this simply means that you can now make a single upfront payment and then pick 3 or 4 months to make the remaining payments. And this is the retail amount, so there's no interest, there's no fees, nothing like that. It's just the retail price. And this is something that can be done through a website. We're going to go through that here today, among other topics that we talk about. But we're so excited about this because it opens up the phone. And Vengie, because your community is so wonderful, this is a great way now for people to grab the Phēnix X, and with just a little bit of money up front, and then having in that first payment, and then having these the rest of the pay occur over 3 or 4 months. And it's a very easy and simple process, and we're so excited about this because it really opens it up to the entire community.
Yeah, thank you for that, Brian. That's a very good explanation. Okay, so Vengie, did I tell you about this announcement that we're going to do?
No, you didn't tell me. So just to comment on that, I'm excited. That's a definite thing because it's not an initiation looking forward just to benefit one party or to say it's all about the phone or anything. It's all about making everybody be accessible. No matter, it is already accessible, it is already affordable, but we're making conditions whereby, if you look at it, it's more boosting on the BFT side, as well as like what you were commenting before to say Africa is always lagging behind, right? And indeed, we are always lagging behind. So, with such initiations, which are making things better, to work in a better way, as well in a practical way, because I think people haven't realized much how much important is the Phoenix phone. How much, because this is the first of one, if I can say. Because we have never heard about this, we have never seen, we could just read to say this is what is happening. For example, I can give the example of Solana phone, all right? So this is something that is taking over already. Hence, in Africa, we're getting access to something that is more cheaper, that is bringing ways to say, oh, okay, this is what you're thinking about innovation, about technology, but it can be done in this way. Because if you look at it, at what you're doing, Prince, to me, it's making things easier for people to understand, especially when you go into the crypto side. We still have got maybe 99.9%, if I may say, that doesn't even believe or understand or heard and just ignore about this crypto because they just think that, oh, it's one of those whereby rich people or elite people or a certain group of people can get involved. But now, if you tell someone to say, look, there's already a blockchain phone that you can be able to use, but for you using it, it will be rewarding it. Of which that's why blockchain was created, right? But people haven't seen those opportunities or those ways yet because it's kind of still on a development stage or an adoption stage. So we're making it easier whereby that phone that you're saying to people, it rewards you, right? As a blockchain, because blockchain, remember what it was created for. And then now we're saying, okay, BFT, it's a project or it's a currency, it's money, it's crypto. We're trying to explain to people crypto in examples or in pictures or to make people understand. So if somebody is able to take that BFT and buy something from the shop or be accepted as a payment, now somebody will say, oh, it keeps people in a better understanding. So this is what actually what is happening, whereby we are still in the early adoption. If you look at what was happening with BTC, we used to convince people when BTC was $1, when it was $2, to say, look, this company is investing in BTC. Oh, here, look, there's ATMs. Oh, look at this. But if you look at it now, we kind of let into that technology. Hence, that technology, when we are letting that technology, we don't have that technology. So now we are bringing it in at a later stage, but for people to understand, to say, no, to you, it's still early because we can go through such an option like this. So to me, this is a great initiation that can onboard a lot of people and making people understand, especially on making people understand how the technology works.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Vengie. That's a a lot of valid points as always that you make. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to help a lot of people and also help them understand what the technology can do for them. So that's really good. Then what I'll do now, or before I paste the link on where you can learn more about the new payment option and everything, and we go through it, I would just first like to announce that we are doing a giveaway. So for those that do watch rugby, if you do watch rugby, can you just react in the in the community, just pop a heart or clap or something, that I know we've got a few rugby lovers here that's going to be watching the South Africa versus Australia rugby match in about 2 hours from now. That's great. I see quite a few of you. That's beautiful. So what we'll do is we are going to be giving away 1 year Phēnix Lock subscriptions if the Springboks win against Australia. And the amount of subscriptions that we'll be giving away is proportionate to the point difference between South Africa and Australia. So let's say South Africa wins and they've got 53 points across like 40. Then we're giving away 13 subscriptions just to keep it. And if we win by far, well, I think Brian is going to have a chat with me while we went through with this if we have to give away 100 subscriptions. But I mean, that's pretty fun. So I believe we should all watch the Springbok game a bit later and then make sure you post in this chat Phēnix Lock. Just that will enter you into the giveaway, and we'll make sure that you'll be able to get a Phēnix Lock subscription if South Africa wins. Please note. So just go and cheer for our Bokke, and that'll be great. So pop Phēnix Lock in there, and then of course we'll be choosing quite a few winners. But if you ask a few questions as well, some good questions, and it's very, very good, we will of course look at that as well. So yeah, now I'll be posting the new payment option. You can find it in the space, and I will pin it. All right, great. So Chris, there's a lot of, if a user or a BFT community member or anyone wants to purchase a phone and they want to pay it over time, there's normally like you have to go through all of this credit checks and approvals and all that. What makes this pay over time feature that we have just announced? What makes it different, and how will this, help?
Thanks, Paul. That's a great question. And it's a question I would ask as a member of the community. Well, first, let me just step back for 30 seconds and give people a little bit of background where this came from. When we started our journey 8 years ago, we started the journey that developed the Phēnix X and Phēnix Lock and the SATEC, the biometric authentication solution that we brought to market. It was all about making things easier for people to use while making their solutions more secure. That's kind of the underpinning ideas. So we brought this all forward, and that those of you who have been part of the community know we did a two sets of sales efforts in conjunction with Pick and Pay in South Africa, in Johannesburg and in Cape Town. And what we learned was that pay over time was a very important factor for the people that we're targeting and we want to be able to deliver the Phēnix X to. And as we went through those two efforts, we learned that the processes don't work really well, and we can do it better. We can do it better for the people that are part of our community and everyone across South Africa, Nigeria, and the rest of Africa for that matter. So we built this process to be easier. It takes probably about 10 minutes, but this is why it's different and it's better. You go through a quick pre-qualification. It's about 4 questions about, do you have a source of income? Do you have a South African ID? Can you make a down payment? And can you make payments over time, over the next couple of months? If those answers are yes, you can go right into the process. And of course, we go through a qualification. We have to verify who the person is and, their basic information, where they live, what they do for a living, so on and so forth. So it takes about 10 minutes to do that. And then you can immediately upload the documents that support all of that. So that may be similar if anyone has ever done a pay over time type of application. But what makes it different here is you as the consumer know exactly what you're going to pay before you start the process. You will pay the price of the Phēnix X and nothing more over time. There are no interest charges, there are no late fees, there are no sort of application fees at all. So for argument's sake, if you are paying 4,000 Rand for a Phēnix X, and I just use that as an example, that is all you will pay over time, whether you buy it cash or whether you pay it over the next 3 to 4 months. There are no hidden fees. So you go through the application process, and anyone who may not have sufficient income to go ahead and be approved for this, we will offer lay-by. So our philosophy is your answer is yes. We want everyone who wants a Phēnix X to get one. So whether you can make those payments over time or whether we offer a lay-by option, the answer is yes, you can have a Phēnix X. What is the right option that works for you? And again, the no fees, if anyone has gone through this process, they can understand that any type of payments that are missed, any type of overtime changes will result in extra fees and interest charges. Our program does not do that at all. When you sign up, you know exactly what you're going to pay over time.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for that, Chris. That's a very good explanation. Vengie, do you perhaps have any questions for what Chris just shared?
No. I don't have any question. It's clear. It's actually clear.
I love to hear that. That's good news. Okay, that's wonderful. Wow. So, community, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat here, and we'll get to them near the end. And yeah, just take your time, explore this new payment option, because it's really great that you pay no interest. It's not a loan that we're giving or anything. It's just no interest.
That's right, Paul, and it's a clear distinction. It's something important for people to understand. It is not a loan. We are just breaking up the payments to buy that device over time. There's no interest. There's no fees. Very, very important distinction, and those are the keys that make this better for the people who want the Phēnix X.
Yes, exactly. That's really, really good. Okay, so just to also get back to the giveaway with the rugby game. So we're going to have a lot of people now watching the game after this, and you're going to be like wondering, okay, why should I be screaming that the Springboks win? Why should I want to get a subscription for this Phēnix lock? What is it? Brian or Chris, would either of you just let the people know why do they want the Springboks to win tonight? What is the use of Phēnix lock?
Yeah, I'll jump in for just a moment on this one. So I would say simply that all of the focus that you guys see in the Phēnix X family is designed to help each and every person. It's all designed to help. It's designed to help you. It's designed to educate you. We talk about the phone. We talk about RISE, rewards, integrated content, security, and education. And we think about security. Well, where do you put your a copy of your passport? Where do you put your ID card? Where do you put the deed to your land, to your house, to your car? Pictures of your kids when they were babies, things that you want to treasure, that you want to keep forever. You never want to lose this stuff. And part of having security is making sure that nobody can steal it. In the countries like the U.S. or Germany, France, England, places like this where you have lots of wealthy people, they're very concerned about their electronic identification, their personal information. And so when they see a product like Phēnix Lock, they get very excited because it's very easy for a fraudster using multiple different techniques to steal your information. And you guys would see this in the news, like a big hack. There'll be like a big hack at some company, and all of your data is now exposed. So you're getting these messages on email and on your phone, and they're saying, hey, we just got hacked. You're going to need to change your password immediately. You guys have probably seen this, right? Got to change your password, make sure, or your identification, or even your email. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And so identity fraud is pretty massive, and it's only getting worse when you throw in things like AI, because now there's new ways of generating attacks. AI actually helps to do this. And so when we think about how do we secure all these things, your IDs, your baby's pictures, the information about your job, and all of it, how do you secure it? Phēnix Lock gives you a way to do that. And it's designed to work with the phone. You can actually use it on any device. We actually made it open to work on anything in the world. So it works on Apple, it works on Samsung, Huawei, Xiaomi, right? The Phēnix X, it works on everything. And or in your browser, you can put it on your laptop or your desktop. It works in your browser, and it's quite flexible. It works everywhere, and it will take all of that information I talked about, and between decentralized storage and blockchain security, it will now keep your information safe, and nobody but you can access it. So one of the ways that you would get access to it is through your biometrics, through your voice and your face. And or you could use the decentralized, the DeFi security, which you're used to with decentralized wallets. So for those of you that are buying the BFT token as an example, and you're using MetaMask and the Trust Wallet and all these things, you're going to be dealing with 12 keywords. And so we call this DeFi security. And this is a method of access into Phēnix Lock. So all of this is highly secure. Your access is highly secure. And your information will be there forever. The beauty about that product is that, God forbid, if anything ever happened to you, there's a thing called endowment. And what this means is that all of that information that you're most concerned about can now be handed off to somebody that you have personally selected. Somebody in your life. It could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your wife, your child, somebody that you believe should have access to all of this information. You can identify that person and they will, and God forbid if something ever happened to you, they would receive that, and you would now be able to pass on all of these things that are very important, that are very critical. And that part of the product is super incredible. It's super unique, along with the security that's surrounding it. The fact that you are able to do that is incredible, and it's a wonderful feature. I would recommend it. And for those of you that watch the Spring Box and ask a question here, you guys are going to love this product. So thank you, Paul, for that question.
Yeah, thank you for that, Brian. That was really, really good. And yeah, I'm also definitely going to watch that match, and then it's going to be a very fun post to make, hopefully, if they win, to just give away or give to you guys and ladies some really nice new tech, the Phēnix lock. So that's really, really cool. All right. And then let's chat a bit, Vengie. What is happening in the BFT community? What's new there? How was Botswana? Just let us know a bit what's happening over there.
Okay, great. Before I talk about, okay, let me talk about both actually. So, like what I always say when we're spreading the education, it's all about bettering Africa. We always lagged behind, right? So, to me, I wish and hope people can adopt this technology before it's too late. We bring in a technology whereby we're saying get a phone, get rewarded, but once you're getting rewarded, you are getting educated about technology, about what is happening in the world and everything. You're getting access to something that educates you, something that is secure, because there's a time whereby it will also be mainstream, whereby it won't be as affordable as it is. Because I always talk to people to say, remember when this BTC, like I personally, I mined BTC and Dogecoin on a computer. It was like more of playing around, and then the BTC, I knew that it's money. Then I used it before it had much value. But the Doge, it had no much value. Actually, there was no value for Doge by then because it was like nothing, nothing, nothing. And then I just forgot it. And then when Doge started pumping, I think everyone knows on the last cycle, we decided, we're a group of people, we actually say, oh, remember we were mining Doge with a computer. We went in, we checked, we logged in how we were mining, and we got the Doge. And we sold it. We sold it for cash. We sold it for money. That's the same thing that I'm talking about now. We're just hearing about money. And we're just hearing about mining, which is crypto mining, right? Especially BTC. Biggest companies are now going into the crypto mining as we can't afford it, right? But back then we could afford it. So people who are even mining BTC, right? They're mining Satoshis, some of them, which doesn't make sense. But in few years to come, it will make a lot of sense. Hence, if you look at the BitMobile, the phone that we're talking about, I'm so excited, especially with this partnership and especially with everything that it is doing, right? Because it's making that exposure that I talked about. But people are ignoring it. Trust me, whether it's $10, whether it's $20, whether it's $50, whether it's $5 of the rewards that you are getting. Because remember, you holding the phone, just holding it, just having it, purchasing it and having it, and throw it away, and you just set whatever you're supposed to set, the phone is now doing the job for you, which is the technology that we're talking about. Which is things, when you asked me, how is it going and everything, to me, it's really not about now. Of course, yes, we need to live now as well, but to me, it's about tomorrow. Looking at the BFT, it's now a solid project ever that it doesn't need somebody to talk about it for it to go to grow in value. Doesn't need somebody to show it for it to to communicate or for people to see it. It's something that is there in the market now, something that is promising a lot of value, looking at what is happening, especially partnering with BitMobile. Right now, we have got a community from USA, we have got a community all over, some of them inboxing saying, I saw Latin America, like especially what is called, especially the side of Mexico. They're like, Vengie, we didn't know about this project, but I came across an armor for BitMobile. And look, as a group, we are purchasing BFT and we are looking for 10 years, 8 years to come. All right. So to me, it's always about education to make people understand. Because when a new technology comes, people really kind of mistaken it or misunderstood it, or actually, I can say it's about ignorance as well. We always want to adopt things when it's mainstream. For example, I was talking about mining Bitcoin. Most of people, we can't afford to mine Bitcoin now because it's expensive. But mind you, we could mine it in a phone. When I say a phone, we used not to have these nice phones that we have nowadays. It could be any phone back then, right? And then we could mine it in a computer. Remember, when I say mining it in a computer, laptops were rare. You could just, a laptop, it was something that you could so like, wow, I do have a laptop. So we're mining in a desktop. But of course, the laptops were there, but not the modern laptops that we have nowadays. So all what I'm trying to say is that the world that we are living, we are already living a world of innovation, of blockchain innovation. It's about to be flooded. But before that happens, before that flooded, I'm saying we got an opportunity here whereby you have got people who comes and talk to you in person. I was currently in Botswana recently, talking to people, showing them, going to CoinMarketCap, going to blockchain, showing people transactions which are happening live in the world to try, because right now we're still trying to convince people, but there is a time whereby you won't have anybody who will be teaching you or showing you a way, because it will be an everyday normal life that we are living. So to me, I'm just saying, hey, come on, look at what is happening there. Imagine your child getting $20 or $10 every month worth of a certain coin, for example, worth of a certain crypto coin that you convert it into, whether it's BTC, whether it's BFT, whether it's baby BFT, whether it's BioFi or any other coin, and they keep it because they are just using the phone that they are using to play games, or they're using a phone that is educating them. Where are you getting your education from? You are searching in Google nowadays, right? Or but if you look at it, we used to read in books. We used to buy books to read them. But now we've got a technology, due to internet, we've got a technology that sits with you next to you in a phone. And those phones, we don't have much of them in the world. We just have got BitMobile that you have got access to, that can be able to teach you. So to me, looking at things right now, even since the partnership of BitMobile and BFT, there's a solidness that and solidness and credibility that came with the project BFT. So right now, whereby if you look at it, there is so much adoption, and that adoption is no longer about money. To me, as a CEO of BFT, I'm looking into creating wealthy in the years to come, because now it's possible due to like what I said. Imagine somebody saying, "Oh, I'm taking part of my BFT. I'm purchasing this phone." There's a number of characteristics or a number of factors that happened there. Number one, the education that made somebody understand that, oh, okay, because many people thinks, probably due to lack of knowledge, they think, okay, this BFT is a company. I'm going to put my money next week, I'm going to make money. You get what I'm saying? Not knowing that, no, this is the digital gold or a digital wealthy, which is the world that we are now. I cannot talk of digital God. I can't compare digital God, but a digital wealth. Remember, the world that we used to know back then is now different from this one. We've got a digital world whereby no one will end up fighting to say this physical thing, this TV or this house or this, it's me who's taking it. Your kids are not taking it. Because everything is there protected in the BitMobile. There's a security and everything. So to me, there's a lot of progress that have happened, but to me, we haven't started. We are yet to start. When I say we are yet to start, this is whereby everybody who is in this armor will be understanding to say it's my responsibility to grow this ecosystem and to benefit the generation to come, which is my kids. I'm talking to you who's here, saying this is my responsibility to go out there and educate other Africans to say, here, this is what you are missing. The world have changed already. We are just not aware, because I like to talk about Africa most. Africa, we are always lagged behind. I don't know what is the reason for that, because the internet is accessible everywhere nowadays in the world. There is no certain continent or certain people who are said you are the only people who are supposed to access what is it called, to access internet. Internet is the one that is making us to. So the way internet is making us to be who we are nowadays, which we used to ignore this internet, is the same way, but it won't be the same way. It will be times 100 the way blockchain will reward people, and people, what is called, regret as well, to say, I wish I took this opportunity. The blockchain is taken over already. This is why you see today I was checking Bitwise. In the last 34 days, it's been purchasing Ethereum. Ethereum for, I think now they're holding about 5 point something million dollars worth of it. Are they done collecting it? No. It's no longer about money. It's wealth that they are creating, because the adoption of Ethereum, whatever that it is going to do into the companies and how they are going to what is called, how it is going to work, it will be impacting us physically. It will impact our everyday life, because remember, that's a blockchain on its own that have done a lot in the crypto space, on this space. Hence, it's going to do more in the world. And by then, it won't just be about money. It will be, now we're talking about wealthy. So this is where nowadays, where I want people to understand, divert the money side of it. Yes, I know we need money, and definitely with this technology, we are going to make money. Buy your BitMobile phone, just stick it there. It's going to make you money. But I want you to think about wealthy, because blockchain is bringing wealth to Africa. It's bringing wealth that is just next to you, that you don't really need to work much for it. Imagine getting rewarded. It can be $5. It can be $1. Because the $1 that bought BTC or mined BTC back in 2010, right now is more than $120 million. Think about that. So imagine you being rewarded, because you're already participating in the nodes. I don't know if you know what is nodes. People still need to understand the smart contracts, the nodes, how the blockchain works. And that's what we're talking about here. This is another level of surviving in life. This is another level of technology that rewards, that benefits everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Vengie. That was great. Amazing. Brian, Chris, anything to add on to anything that Vengie said?
He does such a great job. I have nothing to add. Thanks, Vengie.
Okay.
I love it. I when Vengie talks, my ears are perked up. I really like that entire commentary. It was fantastic. The educational side of this, what Vengie's talking about, is so critical, because especially with the nodes, it generates passive income, and they're very sophisticated. But once you get them up and running and started, you can see the benefit immediately. They are fantastic.
No, that's great. And in the beginning, Vengie, when I asked how's it going with BFT, he said we shouldn't worry about today, but rather let's talk about what BFT is tomorrow, or what we need to do in the future. That's also really cool. And talking about the future, our tablets and watches. So I do know a lot of people you have seen. Well, we did a watch giveaway the other day, and that's gone quite well. But there's probably a few curious people as to hear when can they get their watches and their tablets. So what is the production update on that, Chris?
Thanks, Paul. Well, we're really excited about the tablet and the watches because what we have since our last AMA, we have gotten type approval. We've got type approval through ICASA in South Africa. So that means we can start the production and bring them into the market. We have been, just for some background, we have been on an effort, a tear of getting type approvals across Africa so that we can bring the technology in. So it's not only the Phēnix X, but the watch and the tablet as well. And we have received type approval for everything in South Africa. We're working on Zambia, Lesotho, Nigeria. This is all from memory, so if I forget one or two, forgive me. Uganda, Eswatini, Malawi, Tanzania, Seychelles. We're getting the devices type approved in all of these countries so that we can distribute them to everyone who wants and needs them. So now that we've gotten it in South Africa, we'll be ramping up production and we will be delivering them to market within the next month or so. These things take time, guys. You know, unfortunately for us, we wish we could snap our fingers and bring them into market tomorrow. But when you go through a process like this, you make sure everything is buttoned up. And the good news is we didn't get any comments. We passed the ICASA and CE testing with flying colors. Nothing had to be reworked. If you recall us talking about the Phēnix X in the past, a large percentage of devices that go through the type approval process fail the first time. We have come through with no failures at all on all of our devices because we are engineering them to be high quality, durable, and easy to use. So the update is, Paul, we will be bringing them into South Africa very shortly, as soon as we ramp up that production and get them into market for people. It's a great process, and we've got everything lined up, and we're just kicking off those production processes now. And then once we get that done, we very simply import them into South Africa. And I'm oversimplifying that, but then we can put them out into the retail spaces. We can put them online where we're currently selling the Phēnix through our website, through Take-A-Lot, through Amazon, and there'll be more coming. So if you're waiting for one, and I hope you are, you'll be able to get it very, very soon.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that, Chris. I'm very excited. I actually tested the BitPay website on one of our prototype Phēnix tablets. And I must say it looked really, really good on the tablet. And I'm also looking forward to the final production of the tablet just to see what the difference is between the two. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be really, really good. So now we do have about 5 minutes for any questions. So if you have a question, please request to come and speak, and then we can take it from there. I do believe we also have a few questions in the chat. One is from Rafael Chifana. We ask, if I remember correctly, in the first AMA, the phone was not available for use in Botswana. Is it now available? So the phone is always available to use in Botswana, but as we are going through type approval, we cannot legally sell it in those countries.
Hey, Paul, let me just give an update there. I knew I was forgetting one when I was going through my list. Botswana is one where we are in the heart of the type approval process now. So it is coming to Botswana in the very near future. Thanks for asking that question.
Amazing. Okay, great. And then we do have a few requests I see. One is from Eugene Griffiths. I'll approve. And then Bonnie as well. Let's see who pops up first. If you're on stage, please just ask your question and then we can definitely answer. Okay, either Eugene or Bonnie, you can go ahead. You are muted. Eugene Griffiths. And Bonnie, I will butcher your last name. All right, while we wait for them to unmute, there's another question from Batanai. Are the Phēnix X rewards available even to those outside SA? I noticed you mentioned the rewards are distributed in local currency and there's a mention of FNB Bank.
Yes, the rewards are available for anyone who owns the device. So as long as you can obtain the device itself, the rewards will be paid out to that particular device.
Okay, great. We have a few more people. Let's see. All right, I've added someone else on. Okay, if you're on stage and you can ask your question, then you're more than welcome to.
All right, can I ask now?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, according to where I am. All right, so this phone, all right, I want to know the price of the phone, like on BFT, and this reward, is it for a lifetime? Okay, like, okay, and apart from that, if by any means, you know, all these things that has to do with the mobile phones, maybe your phone got stolen and all that, is there a way that, you know, you can be able to, maybe if in case the phone gets stolen and you now buy another one, all right, is there a way you can be able to transfer the ownership that has to do with this reward to that new phone, you know, something like that?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. The rewards can be transferred. We treat the rewards wallet like a decentralized wallet. When you get a
All right.
Phēnix X and you set it up, you have the ability to get a seed phrase just like you would on a decentralized wallet. So you make sure that you set it up and you keep those keywords, that seed phrase, and if something happens to your device, if you lose it or it's stolen, you can repopulate that wallet on your next Phēnix X. So yes, you can do that. We've built that in so that it's portable from one device to another in the event something happens to your original device.
Oh wow, that's so great. All right. Please, my other question, apart from the price of the phone on BFP, my other question should be, uh, like, is there a way, so somebody can, is there anything somebody can do that will enable the person to earn more of that real reward, or is just normal? It's just flat, you know, one quantity for everybody that owns the phone. Are there some things you may be doing with the phone that will enable you to be able to earn more of those rewards?
Another great question. And the answer is yes, there are opportunities to earn rewards. The way the reward structure works today on the Phēnix X is, as an owner, you will get rewards on a monthly basis just for
Okay.
ownership. So someone who uses the phone all day, every day, or someone who doesn't use it at all, they get the same reward. There's no requirement for you to give us information or for you to conduct transactions or anything at all to get that baseline reward on a monthly basis. As a Phēnix owner, you get that reward, okay? The other opportunities come through the partnerships that we bring to the table. And whether it's something that Vengie and his community, the Big Five token, can bring, whether it's someone like Astrobit, who is a preloaded application on the device. We have other partners that give opportunities, and Astrobit creates trading bots, and they're creating some unique stuff for our community only, that will give people the opportunity to earn rewards or earn income, earn tokens just by using those trading facilities. So yes, we are packaging these partnerships. We're putting them on the device, whether they're physically on it from the factory or they're available in our DeFi portal, which is through the rewards portal that's linked to the device. You will see those opportunities to earn more rewards, to earn discounts, whatever that may be. And if I give you another example, we're working with some of the mobile networks to bring value to people who own the Phēnix X. So that may be pay for a certain amount of data and you get a bonus of extra data. So there are different forms that those rewards or values can take on a month-to-month basis. But that is a very important focus for us to continue to bring different types of value and enhanced value to owners, because we want the people who own the device to be able to earn back at least 50% of the cost of purchase over the term of 3 years that they own the device, or more. If we can help deliver more, then that would be even better. But we want people to get rewarded and get their money back over time.
Okay, I really appreciate the answer. It's very clear. Okay, so what about the price now, like the current price on BFT?
Well, what we do with BFT and BioFi, just in case you haven't heard, we have our own utility token out there that's called BioFi. We are allowing people to use a certain percentage towards the sale price. So it's not a full, well, what are we at today? Is it 10% that people are able to do of the token price of the, the purchase price? Yeah, so you could use, if the purchase price is equivalent to 4,000 Rand in South Africa, you can pay 10% of that in either BioFi or Big Five token, and the rest is in Rand. Now we're adding more currencies, digital currencies, to that, so you'll be able to use stablecoin as well, and potentially other tokens, other utility tokens. As projects come to us and say they'd like to participate in this program, we'll take a look at them and see what their community is about, what their token is about. Does it offer true utility? And if so, we may allow them to use their tokens towards the purchase price as well.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Great questions.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. Okay, and then before we continue with some more questions, we do have a bit of an announcement to make. So as BitMobile and BFT has walked a path together now, we've realized there's a lot of synergies between us. So what we've done is we have opened up a career opportunity, and after chatting a bit with Vengie, we have come to a decision. So Vengie, if you would like to announce what exactly it is that we've talked about, that'll be great.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you for such an honor. I didn't know in my life I can be able to announce that somebody is about to get employed. Okay, great. As I said, we always bring opportunities. We want to see a better Africa, an ever smiling Africa, whereby we know people need employment. All right. So BitMobile, they've actually looked into what BFT is doing, and they decided to choose to employ one person for now, right? And they've chosen Machongo, who's going to be working. It's definitely, it's always online, going to be working like just 10 hours probably. and definitely you'll be getting paid from BitMobile. So congratulations to Machongo. You have been employed by BitMobile to run around with this partnership that we are doing with Machongo is I think she's based in KZN, very active with a very big community running around, especially about BFT and everything. So we say congratulations to BFT community. This is the start of things, like what I said. We didn't bring this partnership to say to look at ourselves, but to look at bettering Africa, and that's what we are looking for. So those ones also we looked at. Oh, people need employment as well. So definitely one of the employment opportunity if came up, and all what they did is to look at the Big Five community. Actually, I can't just say the Big Five community. It's a world movement that we're pushing. Of course, yes, we're putting the narrative of Africa because we are left behind. So we want to say thank you so much, BitMobile, for that. This is just the start of things, and things are getting better each and every time. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Machongo.
That's a great pick, Vengie. Paul, if I can jump in for a sec, we're so excited about that. In fact, from a community management perspective, the particular area of focus is the affiliates, and this is a very emerging and will be super fast growing. So great pick. We're so excited about that, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're so excited, and of course, we're always on the lookout for to expand the BitMobile into all of Africa. So always be on the lookout, and if you're visible, that means we can see you. So don't hide. Just also show yourself. That'll be really, really good. Then we have time for 2 more questions. So I've on the stage, I've put Kalker and Barbara, if I'm not mistaken. Once you can, you're more than welcome to ask your question. All right, Kalker or Barbara, you're welcome to ask your question.
Hello, yeah, this is Kelka here. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, great stuff. So I've got two questions. One is regarding the payment plan, which is a very welcome move, yeah. But then again, seeing that this mobile phone is going to be sold to different countries, and I come from Zambia, what I just needed to know is what kind of, because obviously we do the vetting process for someone who qualifies to be on payment plan, what kind of proof of income are you going to ask? All right. And asking this, or are you going to ask for something like maybe someone who works? Obviously, they can easily produce a pay slip, or are you going to use something like maybe an account statement from the bank just to prove as proof of income. And then also what I wanted to, because I'm asking this, the other reason I wanted to find out is, do you already have systems to use to authenticate these proof of payments? And then what kind of people are you targeting? Are you only targeting those that are in employment, or you're targeting even, there are other people, like especially now, if you look at people that are in Vengie's academy, there's a lot of people that are learning a lot when it comes to trading and stuff. It's a full-fledged learning. We have classes maybe between 1 and 2. We have classes between 7 and 8. We have classes between 9 and 10. So there's a lot of we're learning in this academy, trading and everything. So there are others who have left the 9 to 5 because they are making it in maybe just doing trading or investors in this crypto, and they're able to make a decent income. Are those also going to be considered? And then maybe what kind of proof of income are you going to need from those? That is one part of the question. Then the other one, looking at the phone, it's a very good thing, and I think it's going to benefit a lot of end users, even end users, not only end users of the phone, but end users of the technology, blockchain and stuff. Yeah. So my question is, how do you see BitMobile say 5, 10 years from now? How are you scaling up? The reason why I'm asking, I also want to see benefits for people like for developers, for instance. Are you thinking of maybe even in future making gadgets not only for end users but for developers, the people that are developing these smart contracts, the blockchain and stuff. So maybe in terms of at some point, do you ever think you're going to start making maybe laptops that developers can use? Because even developers are also struggling with security, of the gadgets they're using and stuff. I hope I'm not being over ambitious with this question. So these are the two questions that I have. Thank you.
But Paul, I'll take a quick shot at that. This is a very insightful thinking process there. And but one thing I would like to throw out just for you guys to ponder is, we're looking at having some kind of event before the end of the year that would kind of, dovetail into what you're saying. So, for example, we're talking about having like a code fest, a coding challenge. And this would be for, it could be for students, it could be for adults, people that are working in industry today and they want to innovate. This would give them a way to innovate. And what you're saying is exactly correct. We would take the best ideas that people have, and we would have some categories like AI. AI would be a category. Mobile APIs, authentication, security. We would have, maybe something with Astrobit on the trading side. We would have these different categories, and the idea would be that people could come in and form a team. They could have a team of their colleagues or friends, or they could get together and join, create a team. And then we'd have like a code fest. So people could come in, they would bring an idea and start to code it up over the course of a few days or a week. And then we would have winners, and we pick winners out of the groups. And some of these projects could, potentially be funded. The ideas could be built out into real products, and they could work with our team. It would be a way to integrate teams. So I throw that out there as one answer to your question, in that on the software side, we see that as a very effective way to innovate, especially with local innovators, technology people that have great ideas and want to implement them, and we would help to do that. I also think that on the hardware side, um, this is an area that, if you think about the Phēnix X phone, the tablet, the watch, there's so many different mobile devices that are either developed now or they're in a pipeline. So some things we would not even discuss now in the public because they're so emerging. They're emerging products, and so we would have to be careful, under non-disclosure to even talk about them because they're so exciting and they're so emerging. We have a few of those in the pipeline, and I think it's really exciting to think about what that could look like in the future. Your question is so important for us to think about and answer and engage with, because we believe, just like Vengie, we believe in innovation. We believe in helping each person and finding a way to help them. And one of the ways that you get better in life, one of the ways that you build your life, is by increasing your knowledge, your wisdom, and your understanding. And these elements are true of every part of your life. Whether you're designing something for one of these platforms, or you're using it in your personal life or with your friends and family, it applies everywhere you go. And so we believe that the Phēnix X platform creates that gateway, that pathway. It opens that gate and helps to get you to that place. So we also believe that by doing this software innovation and what you're saying on the hardware side, this is very important. That's a fantastic question.
Paul, if you may allow me to jump in there, I wanted to answer as well before Brian answered. I wanted to contribute something on that question, right? So I understand the person is coming from Nzvedaz Crypto Hub who asked the question. There's a lot of things that we have said in the past that have been fulfilled. Right now, if you look what I just said, even every meeting, every armor that we do with BitMobile, I didn't agree to the partnership in sake of making the BFT community happy. No, I agreed. Even if you ask Paul, I think it took us months and months and months, right, to come to party, right? So if you look at it, I didn't agree for the sake of people making money or looking at a use case or something. I looked at what BitMobile is building, right? I looked at the technology that they are bringing in. You haven't seen it. It's amazing. I promised to say Africa is going to be the biggest in this technology, whereby everybody will say, wow. And God help me, it's only God who knows what it is and how we're going to do it. Even us, if we don't know how we're going to do it, God is going to fulfill it. And that's a promise that I tell you. No matter how hard and impossible it may look like, we want Africans to be developers. We want Africans to be making projects. We want Africans to be developing this technology that is in the blockchain, to hear that there's a gaming that was created with this person. Right now, I didn't want to disclose this. There's a blockchain school that we are building as Nzvedaz Crypto Hub through the BFT, whereby everybody that will be in that school through the technology that BitMobile, which I was yet to go and talk to them because I was still accessing whom can I really work with. Everybody in Africa will be knowing how exactly BTC was made, how exactly Ethereum was made, what is happening in the metaverse, how to create and to create this metaverse, what needed, what is the coding, what are the smart contracts, how are they developed in everything. We are going to get there because we're supposed to be enrolling at any time. And one of the conditions that I think many people will see is that we're going to need you to have a BitMobile phone, because it's something that we saw on our own. I haven't discussed this with BitMobile, but I'm not now telling you with the blockchain tech that we are putting in place to give to every African child. The partnership that I think will make sense in that whilst we are in those trainings and getting it's BitMobile because of what they've shown me. There's a meter, there's a gaming that Paul showed me at another time. I was like, wow, this is out of the world. I looked at the phone. It offers everything that we need for that blockchain tech school that we are going to do. Because we want you to be capable. We want you to know everything. We want you to what is called to be part of this. Actually, not just part, but you offering those services to those who are in need of them. And we are getting there. Nowadays, I think you know that I don't announce. I'll just say, this is what has happened. And looking at that, it's going like I think I always tell you to say, in few years to come, to me, I'm not going to put more years to come. I'm talking about a few years to come, Africa will be the center of all the technology. Because everybody would have realized how much impact they are putting in this technology. For now, we're going to talk about the blockchain technology. We've got a long way to go. And that long way to go, it needs your participation. It needs your ears. It needs you to understand there's exodus processes that we're taking. When I say exodus, like the commencing, like the start of things, you need to be following up every step. Hence, when the question was asked, is the phone going to offer us this and that? That's the reason for this blockchain phone. For you, that's the educational portal that we're talking about. And remember, in this technology, in this blockchain technology, everything keeps on innovating. So definitely there will be always upgrades and upgrades and upgrades. Like what I said, don't be late. It might not be making sense, but tomorrow you're going to regret to say, "Ah, I had this opportunity." Just like how many people are regretting to say, Vengie, where were you? Why didn't I know you? And I'm always like to say, no, you're lying. I was there. You knew me. You get what I'm saying? I was there. I was there on Facebook Live, 2016, 2015, teaching the same thing that we are teaching. Because only that now you are trying to understand or seeing that, oh, I kind of missed out. That's when you're now saying, where was this technology or where was I or anything? We're giving you things before they bloom. Don't miss this opportunity. Sometimes it makes me become emotional. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Vengie. That was really, really awesome. Okay, wow. So last question for the day before we lock in for the game. And remember, please comment Phoenix lock and to get entered into the giveaway. And then we have to check what the score difference will be. But yeah, so excited. Always great to have a visionary on the stage with us. Well, I do believe we have 3 visionaries, Vengie, Brian, and Chris, all working to leave the world a better place than what they found it. So yeah, last question for the day. Barbara, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, am I audible? Okay. My question was asked by the previous speaker, and I don't think you answered that question on the qualifications to be part of that payment plan. Who qualifies? What documents do you look at? Proof of employment. What type of proof of employment are you looking at? I think that's the first question the first speaker asked, and I don't think it was answered.
Okay, thank you so much for that question again. Brian or Chris, which of you would like to answer that one?
Sure, I can jump in on that. I think the process that we have put together is very simple for the BFT community. So I believe, Paul, you will post out the link to the website that has this new payment option. Is that something you can post into the...
I've already posted it. You can find it under the new payment option, bitpaytech.com.
Okay, great. So bitpaytech.com. This is a brand new URL. So we literally just did this. So this is something that we're rolling out here with Vengie and the BFT community. This is the first time. So you'll have an opportunity to really use it, and it's designed to get everybody in, because we understand it's as people pay for certain things, it just makes life really easy to be able to do this. And so it's a great service. So when you go in and you do your uploads, it'll ask you for a pay slip, or it could be a pay stub, some kind of document that shows that you have an income coming in. And if you have a particular type of document or a particular type of pay slip, we will take a quick look at that. And let me add that there will be a video that will accompany the website. So Paul has typed in the website address. There's a video, I think it's about 10 minutes. So just to tell you in advance, about 10 minutes, the video walks you through each and every step, including, what to upload for the payslip. We also have what's called an AI chatbot. Now, this is quite interesting. We put this together because we realized that, if you watch a video for a few minutes and then you go and you try something, maybe you have to go back and forth. So the chatbot is a very unique technology in AI today. It's just starting to make its way out there. And we've done it in a very simple manner. We would definitely like your feedback, by the way. So we will also post a link to that, and the chatbot will walk you through how to use the website, what to upload, the order that you do it in. In fact, it will talk to you while you're doing it. It'll have a conversation with you. And it's quite an interesting technology. If you have not run into this yet in your life, it's something new that is happening quickly in AI. And so we've done it in a very simple, easy way. And it's just it's a human voice. And once you connect to it, you just talk to it like you would a human, and it'll walk you through the process. So when you get to your pay slip or your pay stub, whatever you have is what you have. So if it's from your employer, if it's from your bank, if it's something, maybe if you do day labor or if you work by the week, whatever it is, just get it in there. And once it gets uploaded, we have a way to check that. We have a way to look at everything. And we are going to work with each person. So we're very, very excited that we have this payment feature because we want everybody, each of you, to get one of these phones. Just like Vengie is saying, we fully believe that it will do wonderful things for you and for your family. And with this new payment option, this is the way to get in there. Through our research and working in the market, we put this together. It's taken about a month of back and forth, building and testing and so forth. And then we added the AI component to make it extra easy. But there will be the video, so you can choose. The video. You can do both. You can watch the video and then work with the AI. And if all of that is too much, you can always talk to a person. So we have somebody that we could hop on a phone call with you. I think you're going to like the AI. I was really surprised when I saw it. It's actually quite friendly and easy to use. And please give us your feedback. We want the process to be quick and easy and get you a phone as fast as possible. So Paul, let's make sure we get everybody these links.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Brian. We'll definitely get all the links to everyone. And if you don't know where the link is or anything, you're welcome to send this account a DM or pop us an email and we get to it as soon as possible. All right. And I think that concludes our space for today. I hope everyone has a safe trip. You still need to get to where the game is tonight, or if you have all your snacks and all that, get ready to lock in. And once again, Vengie, thank you so much for your time today. Brian and Chris, it's been great. And Brian, if you want to add a last thing, that you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, who's going to win, Paul? What's your guess?
Definitely the South Africa, 100%.
Springboks, they're going to win it.
Yes, everyone needs Phēnix Locks, so I'm sorry if we do too good.
Yeah, we've actually been there when the game is underway, and I have to say, I'm really impressed with South Africa and their love of the game. It is quite impressive. It is really a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Thank you so much, Brian. Vengie, any last words? Okay.
Even you
Chris,
saying
anything
connecting,
that
I
you'd like
think it
to...
was disconnected.
Oh, okay. Ah, that's rough.
Maybe
But then it's perfect time.
give him a minute. Yeah, it's yeah. So great questions too, by the way, for the audience. We really appreciate those questions. Feedback questions. We look for this every day. So as you get time to review things and look at them, let us know your experience. We learn and we get better every day by working with the community.
All right, great. I just got disconnected. I'm back. I'm not sure when we left, because I left when we were saying I think that's the end. I'm not sure if you have said anything else. Right?
No, that's I was just asking for closing notes if you had any.
Oh no, that's fine. So I just want to say thank you so much to the community. Thank you so much for the partnership. I see we working with the visionaries. Everybody who's here today is a visionary. Judging from the questions that people were asking, that's questions of visionaries. People staying in the armor, meaning to say they need to hear more. So from this partnership, I think we're promising you to have unlimited access to the blockchain innovation. So there is a lot that is yet to come. Or what I'm asking you to do for now, trust us, listen to what we say. Everybody, make sure you have the phone that rewards you. That's what we want you to do for now. Because there is a lot of things that you are yet to do. I don't want you to be like to say, rushing to say, oh, I now need that phone, because now we will be applying to do something that is needed. It's not really like a must for you to have it, but as a person who's always guiding you in this blockchain space, don't miss this. Let's build together. It takes time to build. Yes, I know. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. But in the blockchain space, in the innovation space, in the technology space, technology, that's our tomorrow. And that's our digital world. So thank you so much for the armor. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much for giving employment to one of our community. We're looking forward to have more in this partnership. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vengie. And yeah, hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rugby. Cheers, everyone.